Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in a 53-person free-for-all battle here in the world. Full sending is allowed, and it might be something we consider here as somebody went right on top of us in our lovely little Moscow spot. I didn't mind sharing it, but I was kind of hoping that somebody wouldn't go directly on top of me. Hopefully he leaves here before the game starts. I don't think he's going to. He probably would have left by now, and in fact, no, he did not. So hopefully he's at least a friendly neighbor that we can kind of work with rather than having to fight right away. He's offering us an alliance, which is great. It kind of shows his intentions to not attack me. Now, I'm not going to accept that alliance. In full send games, I'm really selective with who I get alliances with, because if he ends up being somebody I want to attack later and I get that alliance with him, he's probably more likely to attack me specifically because I did betray that non-aggression pact, even if I'm not the first one to attack. So I always hold off on those, especially in the middle and the beginning of the game. I want to see how strong you are and if you're a worthy neighbor. And honestly, I'd much rather prefer making sure that I'm hitting my marks and hitting my attacks rather than worrying about any kind of diplomacy at the beginning of the game. So we are cut off from the east, or the west, excuse me, which is a darn shame, because that is kind of the bread and butter of this spot, is picking on the other players in Western Europe. But alas, we still have a lot of room over here in the east, so we won't fret too much. We're maintaining a top, we'll say 5-6 position, which is good. In a game like this, you definitely want to make sure you stay in the top 10 with 50 players. There's no room for anybody below that, and I miss out on that, which is unfortunate, as I'm just talking about how much I need to stay in the top 10. But alas, we'll deal with the cards that we are dealt and just save up here, see if an opportunity comes. Still not going to accept that alliance with our neighbor. No need to. Oh, Hess, are you going to attack again? You are getting very aggressive. I like this. I'm going to jump in on here, grab some of this land, and see if I can push into this opportunity, because he was going to get attacked regardless of whether we attacked him or not. It's just about me getting in a position where, regardless of whether he full spins me or not, I can still get more land and get another neighbor and be in the mix for something else, which at this stage of the game is the most important thing, is to have options everywhere. Bunny is getting attacked by Celestra, which is good business for us. Mr. Aziz, I'm not going to accept an alliance with you either. Bunny getting attacked by Celestra is good, because that might be a full send that we could take advantage of. In fact, there's another attack. Oh, and there's the full send. We jump on this right away. That is huge. We can get so much land, and we pop right back up the leaderboard. That is very good for us. Now, the only downside to this is Hong Kong got a lot of land, and he is now the new crown. I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to fight him. We are cut up from Celestra, which is a shame, because I kind of wanted to go into them. But we'll keep at... we'll stay on guard here. I don't think Hong Kong will attack me, but it's a little bit unpredictable. And I actually am going to accept this alliance. The only reason I'm doing it is because I want a neighbor that could help me fight Hong Kong should he, get a little too aggressive or attack me. Hopefully we'll have that, as Aziz is in a moment of weakness and he might get attacked. But if Hong Kong attacks him, I'm probably going to take the side of Aziz and help fight Hong Kong. And I'm calling him Aziz. His E's upside down, and Aziz is a guy in our clan. So that association rings true. We are at our red interest mark, so we do need a target, and the Europe might be it. Like, I don't really want to attack our former neighbor, because he is rather strong, and I'm worried about Hong Kong attacking me. But this is actually our moment. We need to do it. We're at red interest. We need to do something, and we're going to get help from the 11-12 guy over there in North America. So let's jump on this. Get some attacks a little bit lower. I like to attack for 11%. I find that's the easiest to maintain red interest while also attacking every cycle. So that's our play. This guy's down to less than 1 million right now. Unfortunately for us, he's attacking somebody else, so we can reap all the benefits of the land. We actually never got attacked. So getting all the reward while doing none of the work is always a great opportunity for us. And another great opportunity arises as we can now attack this player right here, taking him down as well, and moving ourselves up into second place, which is fantastic. Now, we do need to take a beat after this to buff up our troops so we don't make ourselves a target. But as soon as we're back up, in fact, we're already at red interest, I do want to attack that player in Western Europe. And since Hong Kong is distracted with the player in India, I think this is the time. I was a little bit delayed because I was like, should I attack Hong Kong? No. Let's go after easy land, especially as there's a lot more easy land down there in North Africa. So let's jump on that. The crown is down there. He's nowhere near us, which is good. I was a little bit worried he might be that great player in Africa, but alas, he's not. So let's boat down, grab some of this land just to make sure that if he does full send, yeah, stay. I was about to say, just in case he does full send us when we attack, we can get a good presence on Africa. And in fact, our plan worked out perfectly on that one. So now we just keep the pressure up and attacking this guy who is rather large. I'd rather not like him on my borders. Now, this is a little bit pivotal of a moment where if we get attacked here, it's going to be hard to stop. Like, I think if Hong Kong attacked us, Aziz would attack us, and then this player in the Middle East would also attack us. But Hong Kong's asking for an alliance, which is great for me. I'm going to keep up the pressure here. I'm actually going to knock you off. Oh, and he full sends the guy in the Middle East. Okay, so that was a stroke of luck there that we did that attack. Didn't have to share any of the land and got the crown off of it. And let's strike while our opponent's a little bit on the weakened side and just consolidate our borders a little bit more. I'm prioritizing attacking a lot of the weaker players because I feel like if I attack a strong one, then others will kind of rally to the cause against me. And we're actually going to block this boat. Don't want a neighbor. Bring that back. And, ooh, a full send goes our way again. So I think that is the second or third one that's gone our way. So that's lovely for us. We have the crown by a good margin. And the crown's still down there. Yes. Okay. Let's, oh, you're a bot. What? Oh, you're a bot too. Let's get Celestra out of the way first. Reason for that being is that's the one where if I don't push now, Hong Kong could potentially push and grab it all. And I'd much rather grab that for myself. And we can come back to Aziz here in a second. So now that that bot is done, we'll start working on the Aziz bot, grabbing more land for ourselves with 27%, and another full send goes our way. So now we are in a very dominant position with 30% of the board. Still not won yet, still a lot of opportunity for us to lose. So let's just keep knocking down neighbors where we can and building up our strength so that if there is a consolidated effort against us, we can crush it before it becomes a full-fledged rebellion. And I'm happy to take this guy in Africa. Lovely that the blank guy down south is going into South America, because that means he's not going into me. I'm going to send a big boat down here. Now, if you ever played the world, you always want to send a bigger boat if you're moving to or from Antarctica, as it's such a long distance. First off, bigger boats move faster. Second off, you want to make sure that you land. If you send a small boat, he can send out a small army, and it might get blocked. But if he... Oh, hold on. He full sent us. Frick. Okay. What I was saying, though, is he might underestimate how much your boat is worth and you could still land. But since he's full sent us, that kind of works out all the same, as we're in a position to crush Hong Kong, who's waited far too long to attack us. And now we have all of Asia and Africa and are quickly moving down into Antarctica. Nobody else can beat us down there, so we get that. And now we can just focus in on eliminating the brown player and grabbing all of his land as well. Get me on there, please. Thank you. In here. And here. And from here, I should be able to boat over here. Nope. Okay. Forget that. We'll just wait for it to the land to wrap around, grab it here, and start making our way to the Americas via the rest of Antarctica over here. So, and actually, everybody else has left. Well, that is lovely for us, as now we are pretty much unopposed on this run. We'll just kind of blitz through the Americas here. I'm not going to grab all the islands. This map is a little bit unfortunate in terms of how many islands you actually need to grab to get to 99%. So I think we'll just get North and South America. We'll call it a day on that front, paint the world in our beautiful shade of yellow, and just continue to keep pushing from north and south and try and wrap up at least the major continents. So there we go, and voila. So that is going to do it for this one. I don't think I need to really go after any other islands. I really think this should count as 99%, but we're 2% short. That would take us a while to grab the rest of the island. So we'll wait for the peace out here, give the kissy face for the boys, and actually, let's give claps a good sportsmanship. Forgot that one. And peace out. Say GG's to all involved and go on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a 56-player teams battle here in South America. We are on the Scion team. Saw a couple of Corgi boys pop in on this one here in the last second. And I'm putting myself in the middle. On these 1v1 team games, it's really easy to get cut off by your own bots or your own team. So I want to be more in the middle to push out, but I'm actually kind of on the back lines a little bit. But I'm afraid that if I moved, that a player on the black team might jump in there. So I'm pretty content with this. And in fact, somebody does random spawn right there. So we have one real opponent on this map. and we'll see what our options are. But our biggest priority needs to be taking out that one player. And since we are kind of on the back lines, or we have a lot of our teammate on the back lines of us, I'm actually going to full send a little bit early, prioritizing taking away potential land from the enemy team and ensuring it goes to our team is going to be much more important than maximizing troops at this point in the game with only one player on the other team to punish us. So we'll just grab the bots as we do, and we do have the crown, which is lovely for us. So we'll see. Actually, we're going to have an alleyway down south to get out ourselves. So I was a little bit worried about getting cut off by our own bots, but they lost that fight. So now we can keep pushing down south. Buddy is attacking us. I'm actually just going to ignore that for right now, as he's not that drastically far ahead of us in troops where he's going to do a lot of damage, and I can get a lot of bots along the way. And I see a really weak player down there in Scotland that I want to push towards and punish him before he has the opportunity to build up his troops. So let's launch that attack now and just keep pushing wherever we can. We have Corgi Mr. Simon also helping us in this escapade. So a strong front here. And we do have the that FST guy over there who might do some damage against the guy who's attacking us. But we are basically equalized on troops and a lot more land to get. So I'm going to go ahead and push down here and keep grabbing more land, disrupting the black team's ability to reinforce themselves. I think it's going to be more valuable in this spot than potentially even me surviving. Now, hopefully, as the crown, I will warrant some donations as I continue to pulverize down south. But I'm getting attacked on two fronts, and fortunately, that guy full sent. So let's wipe out these guys over here. Ask for money, which is something I really don't do very often, but I'm in a position in the game rather quickly as we have 62%. So hopefully there should be a lot of players. Oh, that was the wrong symbol. There we go. We hopefully should have a lot of players to donate to us. And we are getting some donations from bots, but okay, we got 318 from Miku. Thank you. Thank you. So now we'll just keep pushing, ignoring the arms guys attack and just grabbing as much land as we possibly can. Again, not too worried. We have 69% of the board, so I can do this pretty freely and just end the game a little bit quicker. Arm has full sent us, so we'll grab that land or not. It doesn't really matter. We can just position ourselves, or we are in a position to end the game. And it's Brandon. Hey, Brandon. Brandon is a guy from the stream a lot. He plays for Uther's clan, and Uther is another streamer. So lovely guy. Trying to peace out with him. Just give him kissy face. Say, peace out with me, brother. And we'll just continue to keep going down south and wrapping up this game for our team, as we don't quite have our speed bonus yet, as we're at 43,000 pixels. So it is going to take a hot second, and Brandon gave claps good sportsmanship on his way out. GG's to you, sir. Good to see you. And we'll just kind of continue to keep pushing down the last remainder of the black team in the south here. So let's just push again. Not quite having the speed bonus yet. That arm guy full sitting me kind of took that ability from me, so it is going to take an extra second for me to wrap all this up. But I'm trying to get big attacks to do so and wrap you up as well. And there we go. We can just finish up. Oh, and that is actually the end of the game. So GG's to all involved on this one. And as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially made this fun video. If you have made this fun of the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day. Boys, I will see you in the next one.